Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back again with Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Yeah, that's actually the title of the game. Yeah, there's a shocker. We're watching the oil train, the main oil train coming in now. And we've also got a fill-up waiting to happen. And the reason that I've started here, well, I mean, we finished with oil last time, so that stands to reason, is because this isn't full. Right? It's having to wait, and it's having to wait because we ran out of oil. The refinery is working so well, which is brilliant, obviously, but it's working so well that we're simply not getting it through. Now, here's a thing. Why is this bitumen being stored here? That's interesting. What if I were to say store less of it? No, don't store less of it. No. But why is it not outputting that to the bitumen tank? Why are we keeping so much of it in reserve? It doesn't... I don't understand. I don't understand why we are keeping a reserve of 120 tons of bitumen in the refinery itself. I mean, it doesn't make any difference because obviously that number isn't actually going up. But the end result is the same. Is that we're hanging around without filling stuff up. So there we go. I mean, look. I mean, the rate at which this produces is magnificent. We're just not bringing enough oil into the plant in the first place. Now, this to me says, why don't you set up a whole new oil system? Oh, crikey. Well, I came into this without a plan today, and I guess I've got one now. All right, today I'm going to set up a whole new oil system. Oh, crumbs. Alright, now, before we kick off, and I've already started, but I didn't wait for you. Before we kick off, I noticed one of the buildings here. I'll show you. Come on, then. We've got 56 workers here who aren't working because they couldn't get to 70 people, couldn't get food or meat. There's a bigger problem here. That's interesting. Okay, here's the cinema at Bubblejet. Not interesting. What I'm looking for is the shopping centre at Bubblejet. Because that which was predicted, which was that I'm buying my food with dollars. Okay, let's purchase resources using rubles. Yeah, auto purchase on. Go. Right. Now, there is stuff in stock, so that shouldn't be a problem. Right, to back up a little just for a moment, we're out of dollars, okay, and we've got no means of making any more at the moment because the border is flaming miles away. So, you know, that's an issue, and not one that is easily solved, neither. But I was fairly certain that the shopping places I had already, we were purchasing... No, you see, we're purchasing with rubles. So that's fine. Maybe just that one was purchasing not with rubles, but with with dollars. Yeah, I'll just do a quick check, because having hungry people is going to hold me back a lot. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So you're going to want to fix that if it's something that needs fixing. And I don't know how I'd go about checking more than one at once without just clicking around the joint. No, I don't know either. Now, it could just be that there aren't enough shops nearby. That's certainly possible. What have we got here? Small store. No, that's just clothes and electronics. That's not a problem. No. Anyway, let's pretend for the moment that that's fine. We'll come back and have another look at it presently, but this is the bigger concern. 136 working-age people who can't do anything because there's no kindergarten available. That's a big problem. So that we will fix right now. Kindergarten, and we will stick it right in here. Obviously, landscape permitting. Because, something that is so easy to fix... to keep people, happy and working is it's a no-brainer to actually get it done. Right, stick that in. Cool. I'm going to slap a little bit of footpath. It's not really needed, but I'll slap a little bit of footpath here to kind of build a direct route to that building. And then as soon as we've got anybody working here, As soon as anybody at all decides that this is their vocation, here we go, this looks promising, then boom. Right, children, let's be having you. Come on, 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 come on. Because obviously this is a foundation point here, is getting kids into kindergarten means the parents can go to work. Getting them then into school means the parents can continue working, and it means that future generations of Herberts have all got the kind of education that means that they can do more interesting jobs, or the kind of jobs that I would find useful. Right, how are we looking now? That's dropped it by 100 immediately. 12 workers without a job, so I've got actually a need or an opportunity there to make even more cash. Sorry, beg your pardon, that's entirely wrong-headed thinking. So I've got the opportunity to make additional people employed in the usefulness of the state, and probably, I'm thinking, a shop. Yeah, let's get a shop up here as well. I'll put one out the back of the cinema, which should still be within staggering distance of the people who live there. One would hope. Right, and to tell you what, actually, we could put a big flipping shopping centre back here. There's room for it. And then it would serve over there as well. Yeah. Now, I mean, we're not yet... Well, we probably are at the point where I could furnish some of the goods that we need locally. I mean, food I could certainly make. I'm probably producing enough crops to do that. But I'm producing booze as well, so, you know, that could be of benefit. But ultimately, it comes down to, you know, what the overall objective is, which is to get this number going up, which it does most of the time. I was at 2.11 when I hit the record button today, and we're at 2.14 now. And that comes out of every time we make an export. Are you still working? Yes, Gov. All right. And you're clearly working. Certainly am, Gov. Right. Why are we not exporting very much? You lot. Do I need to... let's have a... What's it here? What have we got here? All resources are sold. What's going on with this one? Export. Sell mode. Max to export. Keep it going. 100%. Sell them as much as they flip in like. Because we just dumped a whole lot of... You bought a shopping centre. Okay, yeah, all right. So we dumped a bit of cash there. Right, we are selling them as much electricity as they would like. We can probably sell more if we built a subsequent connection, but whatever. Right then, so next job is going to be go find some more oil. Now, I'm going to use the old map here, and we want resource oil. There's some, if you wouldn't mind staying highlighted. No? Okay. Well, you've got some over there. So that lot is the one we've already tapped. This lot over here is halfway towards the American border, the NATO border. How far are we actually talking about? Now, I'm quite happy to spend £1 million on this. Obviously, the quid in this case being rubles. Because we do actually want to hit this border at some point. So this is where we're looking at. That is a very, very long way. Yes. It's a very, very long way. It does. I mean, it gets us halfway towards the objective there. Now, if we look back at the minimap, I hope you can make this out suitably. There is another one that is right next door to the one we've already got. So in terms of being able to get that up and running quickly, that's going to be the fast way to go. It's around here somewhere. Where are we? No, keep going. Up here and there. All right, zooming in. Zoomed in the wrong way there. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Here. Okay, right. So, where are we? Where's Dallas? Dallas is there. So down to here. Now, the choice we have, we could build an epic length pipeline straight to Dallas to make sure those tanks are full up, and then just increase the capacity on the trains when the need arises. You know, there's some sense in that, Tiger, because the alternative is a separate train line that catches up with the main one. So we run a third train in bringing oil. That sounds more fun, doesn't it? Well, okay. Well, hold on. We'll price it up. All right, give me this, and I don't know if it's going to give me a price. Yeah, it will do. It will give you a price. Okay, so if we went from about... flipping clouds. From here, too long. Too long. And there's a hill causing an obstruction. All right. Okay. Well, how long are you going to... How much are you going to charge me before being too long? 50 grand. All right. So how many of those do we need to get to where we're going, assuming that I can tunnel with it? I don't know. 10, maybe? All right. So you're talking 500,000. Yeah, thereabouts. Possibly with some pumps in between here and there to get that rolling. I don't know. All right, well, talk to me about track. Okay, electrified track. Go on. The hill's too steep. Oh, all right. So they got a similar kind of distance, is half the price. Is it? Are you sure? All right, well, look, there's to find me the longest bit you can make. It's more or less the same money. So, which do you want to do? I think it works out cheaper if I use pipeline, but that's going to hinge on whether I can send pipeline through a mountain or over a mountain. To sleep and incline. No, that's track. You're on track. Don't do track. Pipeline. Yeah. Yes. Okay, now it's going to be cheaper to go up and over a mountain than it is to go through it. You know what? A big exciting oil pipeline sounds like fun to me. All right, okay. So where are you going to go into? Because we'll work this backwards. Yeah. Also, make sure that where you're working it backwards to actually has oil before you get cracking. I know that the geological survey there looked promising, but let's just make sure that it is actually on the money. Right, here we go. So this is me patch. Probably get, I don't know, maybe 10 at a push in here. We got yeah, about 10 we'll get in there. Maybe 8. Well, it's enough to up the tempo. Yeah, it is enough to up the tempo. And obviously, if we start building up a backlog there, I can take that shorter train that we've got, and it's not going to be enough. No, you really are absolutely hammering the oil at the moment. Now, the other opportunity that lives there is we could put in a buy order. Oh, that's a fun thought. All right, hold on. Right, so here is where we're heading for. Let's go back out here. And you've lost it, haven't you? Yeah, I have. New vehicle types available. It's a wagon. Ah, lovely. Right, let's put a buy order in on this. Yeah. Okay, of oil. Yeah. 34 tons. Right, now, the thinking here, of course, it basically means that the refinery will never run out of resources. But as soon as we do a drop-off, thank you for obliging there, little train. As soon as we do a drop-off, we stop buying. But given that the amount that we're going to make from the exports is greater than the cost, I don't need to explain this, you've got it. Oil, fairly cheap, and let's see if this is doing the do here. There's the import happening right now. That's all good. Yes. Now, one would imagine that this will keep purchasing until it gets to the amount I've asked for, which is 34 tons. So it will basically keep importing here until that's at 450. So there could be a front load expense here until we get this oil tank full. Yeah, I think it might have been better to buy at the refinery than the tank. You think? Possibly. It's tough to say. Either way, it should still prove to be a profitable endeavour. So we're still continuing to top that up. Yeah, it's going to keep going till you got 450 in there. All right, well, that's no good then, is it? No, that's no good. All right, so we're going to want to purchase resources here instead. Oil, 20 tons. That's it. Yes. Right, and then cancel the purchase plan here. Cancel. There we go. So this can now empty out, and that will only purchase if it needs to do so to stay above 34 tons. So obviously once that runs dry, I think the net result is actually going to be the same. It's just about whether you're front loading that expense or back loading it. Because obviously if it's filled up to 450, I'd still be buying. If it fills up to 34, I'd still be buying. So the actual purchasing of things is still going to occur. Now, where we're going to fill this more, though, is at this end. Is that the bitumen tank will eventually fill up. The fuel tank will eventually fill up. And that, I mean, it's going to take a while because we are routinely grabbing quite a lot of it and slinging it out the border for a good chunk of change. All right, yeah, good. Okay, so basically the more we can fill this tank up, the less we're going to spend on additional top-up resources. Right, let's get back over here. I should have named this region when I got here the first time. Although I'm not certain if you can name a region until you've built something. It's here. Right, is it? Yes, it is. It's here. All right, let's get this pipeline built. Now then, I think we have a lack of ability to bring this in. Have we got an open slot somewhere? No. Oh, yeah. There's one here. What does that do? No, that's no good at all, because this is basically a direct feed into there. Are you still working? Yeah. He's fine. Okay. Yeah, which means that they are connected properly. I had a moment where I thought, hang on, what if that's the wrong kind of pump? And it's not. It's the right kind of pump, so that's jolly. Right, so I need another tank. Okay, well, you could have a tank that this one pulls into. No, this. There you go. That's where I put it. Right, so do this, and then bulldoze that, and then build another one of these. No. Yes. That. Right, and we want 2 ins that are available and 2 out, so that's unhelpful. That's more helpful. Yeah, about here. Alright, good. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit overkill for one for one derrick to have a storage tank all to itself, but it's not going to have it all to itself for long. I'm going to be bringing in quite a lot from a bit of a distance. Right, so you go in there, you go in here. There is not anything in the way. Be quiet. Go on. There you go. Right. So this is going to be our import tank from further afield. Well, that's going to be exciting. Yeah. There you go. And here comes the little warrior back for another dribble. Right. Okay. Off we go. Start here. Now, what I don't know is whether I'm going to need pumps. So I'm going to start out by not building any, and then see if it's happy to keep operating, or whether I'm going to need to, expedite the situation by bringing a few more bits in at once. The only thing for certain is this is not a cheap pipeline. It's not too long. Oh, it is too long. Okay, you need a pump every so often. Fine. Okay, cool. All right, well, we'll stick one in here. You won't. I will. Watch me. There you go. Do that. Yeah. And then do this and hope it's not too... Oh, no, it's too long. Oh, no. Well, I don't want to delete that. How much are they? 12 grand. I still don't want to delete it. Well, you built it in the wrong place. I'll just build another one. Well, isn't that the same as building another one? Valid. All right. Yeah. Good. Right. Delete a little bit. No. All right. Slap this directly onto the pipe. I don't think it will let you. Oh, you've hosed this well and proper. I have, haven't I? Yeah. I mean, it's not the first time either. You can't do it. It can't be done. Can't be done. You're going to have to bulldoze the pipeline. Oh, that's... Oh, cancel pipe. Yeah, there you go. Bring this out. I hope that didn't delete all of it. Yeah, it did. Okay, right. Stick that there. That's close enough. Right, so that also means that I'm going to need to run the electricity out in this direction as well and put occasional, if not constant, additional pumps in. So they're all going to need whatever they're called. Yeah, they are. They are going to need whatever they're called. Things. Substations. Yeah, to distribute the goodness. Alright, okay. Alright, yeah. Carry on. No, don't go that far. You're going to need another one pretty soon, so you might as well stick it in now. Well, the good news about this is that at least we can be relatively certain that, we'll be pushing stuff along at a suitable pace. Because one of the concerns I've got is what is the actual kind of top capacity of a pipe in terms of throughput. Because it could end up that I have a tank out the far end that is 100% full, with Derek's trying to fill it up even further, and we're already pushing oil through that pipe at the fastest possible rate. Now, it's a nice problem to have. Too long. Okay, we've got to have another what's it in here, and I think we're starting to get to the point now where this mounted is going to interfere strongly with what we're trying to do. Yeah, go on. That's it. Keep them coming. Yep. Well, I mean, if nothing else, we're at least setting the pathway that the electricity has to follow, assuming, of course, I'm going in the right direction. I'm fairly certain that I'm going more or less the right... Oh, this bit's going to be challenging, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And then it's all downhill from there. So, that's the good news. But the good news is not that good. Too long. All right, where do we need it? Anywhere before there. All right, so if we do that, and then we'll stick this one here. Go on. All right, this might be the last easy one. I don't know if we'll get up the hill. I might need to run the pipe round a bend or two. And we all know how much the game enjoys doing anything in a cornering kind of fashion. Oh, apparently it's still going. We're still going. We're all good. It's okay. You can relax. All right. How are we doing on the money? Yeah, you've burned about 200 grand. All right. Well, we knew this was going to be expensive, and that a tunnel would have been more interesting and would have facilitated us running another train. All right. Any other criticisms while we're here? No, that's the main one. Considering you're Mr. Trains, you seem to have avoided an opportunity to actually play some trains. Yeah, hang on. I've just got to get his built. You can carry on criticising me in a moment. There you go. Bang that in. Yeah, do that. And then that. Good. Right. Yep. We're almost there. Well, you say almost. I've probably got one or two more pumping depots to deploy along the way. Now, when we do because I think it's highly likely that border-based oil field that we found a moment ago, I think that when we come to do that, because we will, then that's the point at which we'll obviously use rail. It doesn't make any sense at that point to go with a lengthy pipeline if the eventual aim is to be able to sell at least something to our neighbours of the NATO persuasion. How far can we go with that? Pretty far. Okay, so we'll go to here. One more pumping station, by which time we're actually reasonably close, if not in the oil field by this point. All right, stick that there. That's wrong. Well, it's not wrong. It's right, but it's wrong. Yeah. Also, make that a multi-in. Oh, good thinking. Thank you. Yep. Right, okay, slap that on there. So there you go, flipping it, that's a pipeline, isn't it? Well, yeah, it is. What were you expecting it to be? The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Right, yes, and then he built some oil derricks, which is the wrong order to do things in. Should do the electricity first, and that way when you build an oil derrick, it can start backlogging up some oil. Okay. All right, high voltage. Danger. Now... Yeah. Now, this is going to require... flipping heck. It's going to require, on a regular basis, that I put in a switch and a transformer in order to be able to fuel these flipping pumping stations. So, yeah. Yeah. Also, where are we going to draw from originally? Well, okay, we're going to put a switch in here. All right. Let's do that. 1 times switch. Which way do you want to go? Ooh, I don't like any of them. No, I don't. Yeah, that's true. Oh, you could do one there. All right. Get rid of this next one. There you are. All right, slap that in here. Yep. Right. Connect this one up to that side. Yeah, this one up to that side. Yeah, this one. Off into the blue yonder. It's red yonder, it's communist. Whatever. Right. Yeah, so we're going to need an occasional switch. Right, hold on. Have you got juice? Yes. And you don't have juice? No. All right, so our first one we're going to want about here to cover both these two. All right, build that first. No, wrong button. This one, that one, this one. Yeah. So if you stick a transformer about there, flatten it up, go. You stick a switch next to it, like that. Flatten it. Come on. There you are. That's it. Connect these two together. Yeah. Connect this up to that. Yeah. Right, and then Bob's your uncle. No, hold on, Bob's not my uncle. And sling one of these. Yeah, actually, you would have been better building the substation first, but, you know, we'll forgive it. And can I build that straight on top of... No, you can't. All right, well, that's the only place it can go, which means delete that. Yeah, all right. Delete. Zoom in. Delete that. I mean, that's a curious place to have to click to do it, but I will do. Yeah, and then do that. It's overkill, but it is the only way to kill with this particular task that we have. Some kind of merged switch transformer would be absolutely dandy, but we haven't got that, so, you know, there you are. Right, pump. Yeah, pump. Change the name of this to what? I'll give you a wide guess. Pump ski. Right, okay. Okay, good. So that's the Pumpski Pump there. And this is Pumpski Pump B. I think this is good. Right. What, have you got power? Yes. Oh, well, that's good. I hadn't anticipated you having power. Can we show me what's got... You haven't got power. I have? You haven't. You haven't got any power. No, you've got no power. You've got no power. So we're going to need the next one to be about here. Right, switch transformer, which is something Michael Bay wants to get his hands on, I'm sure. Right, transformer. Russians in disguise. Yes, there are jokes in there. Can I get all three? Because obviously there's another one there. No, you can't. How far close to that one? You need to be about there, right? Okay. To that one, you need to be about there. Oh, there's like, I mean, it's like 20 feet between them. But, oh, well, whatever. Right, so, come on, get this done. And then we can go and have crumpets. Yep, stick that in there. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to be a technician working one of these. Kind of go like, how do you get to it? Well, first you get yourself a quad bike. I get a what? You get yourself a quad bike. That's a medium voltage switch. That's no good to us. We want a high voltage switch, which lives over here. Otherwise, it's not going to work, is it? All right. Okay. Yep. Did that build? No, I don't think it did. You just did a dab of flattening. Oh, I hope those two connect. Otherwise, we just wasted the money there. There, of course it fits. Never a moment of doubt in my mind there. Right, you, on here, come here. Oi, that, go. No, flattening, yes, building. No, not building, building. No, still flattening. Actually build it. Thank you. All right, we need yet another one of those. Yes, good. Now look, I appreciate the electrical complexity of this game a lot. But at the same time, it's a pain in the bum. Right, go straight in, not straight in, straight. Why are you trying to connect to that? Just go as far as there. You can get that one and connect up to there. You know, I'm not asking for much. Right, who's the next one who needs some Johnny Juice? You presumably are not connected to anything. You obviously are not connected to anything. So if we sling it in here, then we are into just powering the field. So actually, we're pretty much about there. And for those of you hoping I get to actually building the oil stuff this time around, I'm not going to. We're going to build it next time because time has run away with us or from us. So yeah, we'll get this set up. We'll do a quick review of the existing system. We're talking like in the next minute or two, right? A quick review of seeing how the oil is actually getting on, and then I'll do my adios section there. Right, you come up here to that. Krabosia? I don't think it is. I think this is Pumpergrad. There you go. Good. Yeah. Apologies to any Russians watching for just, generally abusing your traditional naming conventions there. I mean, it might even be relatively legitimate. It doesn't really matter. It's still a bit lazy on my part. Right, stick that in here. Yeah, there you go. And then bang that in there and everybody's happy. Right, the pumps are powered, which is not code. It means what it says it means. And we've built ourselves, in the grand scheme of things, not a very complicated pipeline. But in an operational sense, quite a pain in the bum of a pipeline. Let's go and have a look and see how we're doing, shall we? Right, over the tantrum. Right, how's the tank? Tank's got 0.44. How's this? That is now buying. Okay. And how's the output looking? 700 tons. Beautiful. 300 tons. Equally quite attractive. Alright, we're going to need to up the pace on our export train, which means, I don't know, second train? Second train's one way to go, or increase capacity on one train. Yeah. The other thing, of course, is that we don't necessarily need to do any of that. Once this tank fills up, it will actually allow us to build a backlog of oil. The question becomes, what would we rather do? Pay for imports, but be able to make a dribble of profit once, more frequently, or fill up a backlog and then wait for imports. I mean, the only time we need to up the tempo on exports is when this tank becomes full. Yeah. That's interesting. You are filling up. Yeah. Are you... No, you're filling up as well. Groovy. All right, there you go. That's your lot. I'm in Colonel Failure. Let's go follow the train. What are you doing? Coal. Boring. How are we doing over... sorry, I've got one more idle piece of curiosity before we get out of here. How's it going, distillery? 50 workers now. Up to 50% capacity. Just about. We haven't got any crops there. You do appear to be producing, or capable of producing. What do you got here? 34 tons of crops, which we're buying in. Okay, so this is surely where the action's happening. Nope. Are we producing any? I have to ask, because, once in a while, it appears that nothing's happening. Well, you need to look at the train. Yes, we are producing. Okay, all right, fine. Forget I spoke. But look at that. 10 tons out of 67, and we've already run dry on the incoming resources. So actually, it doesn't matter how many people I've got working in the distillery, if they're not kicking it out. But, yeah, I know I'm buying it, so it doesn't really matter. Why have we got exportable crops here that are not being funneled directly? It's the bitumen problem again. The bitumen problem, starring Robert Mitchum. Yeah, I don't know. Right, I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. I just want to check the population on these. No big changes to note there, but that's okay, I suppose. Yeah, what do we got? People need church. They want church. It's all right. Radio Failure Grad will eradicate you of your church requirements, hopefully. Yeah, all right, okay. Well, it's all cracking on. One more stop. Let's go and see how we're getting on over here. Right, this kindergarten's probably rammed. Yes. It's oversubscribed at the moment. How about this one? We've got shoppers. We have food. Good. We have meat. Good. Has this alleviated your problems there, chums? 22 without a job. Fine. 1731 religion. Crikey. Ooh, I've got an idea. Relocate up to 10 citizens. Yeah. This is gonna be useful. You're moving. It's moving day for you people. There you go. All right. Yeah. Yeah. A bit more. Yeah. Keep it up. You're all populating the new town. Right. I've given it 50 places in there now, and that should cheer them up a bit. Meanwhile, we've got more people working here, and people are turning up and going, I haven't got a job. Distillery for you. Look, come on, get in there. I've been Colonel Failure. Next time, we're going to build the oil field of your dreams. That's probably the oil field of everybody's dreams. And then we're going to look at what's the next move that facilitates additional exports, because exports are going to be kind of important. I might even have a look at the stats as well. Anyway, I'll see you then. I think this is a place to watch for a bit of action. Yeah, it's all I know now. Look, there's myriad action going on here. All right, I leave you amidst myriad action. I'll be back soon. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Cheerio. Having now established that further production of oil is a good way to get further green being rocking in the first place, I've gone back and decided that this pipeline is probably a belter of an idea. Now, I've already put in the hard work in terms of flinging the thing over the mountain and sticking up pumps and surveying and ruddy electricity, all that kind of business. That's all done. That's all ready to rumble. And now it's basically, how many oil derricks can I squeak into this little bit of oil-rich territory in order to potentially, get it rocking, get it moving. Now, I've not decided yet whether another train, a third train, is the way to go in order to maximise this new profitable enterprise, or whether to simply add another wagon or 6 onto the trains I've already got. We'll find out. I mean, I'm not going to do anything for a little while. We'll see how much oil actually builds up and whether that impacts the turnaround time and that kind of thing. If it works, well, yeah. If it doesn't work, whoa. So, stay on the edge of your seat until next time, because I'll answer that question if, in fact, it was a question.